Thank you for stopping by. This is Lorraine Carroll. We're on Lori Live. Yes, we're on Lori Live. This is an incredible day. I have an awesome guest. Her name is Cheryl. Could you say hello out there, Cheryl?
Hi, everyone.
We're here because we're going to be discussing a very great topic, loving a bipolar woman. Hello, what does that mean? I don't get it, Lorraine, but you will right now. We have an incredible show today. First of all, I wanted just to go ahead and explain to everybody why I chose to do a Lori Live show. I chose to do Lori Live because I wanted to leave an emotional legacy for my three daughters. My daughter, Tara, Natalie, and Valerie. Didn't Valerie do our makeup really nice today? Incredible.
I wish I had her every day.
Thank you so much, Miha. Our faces, and we look really good. Yep. So anyways, that was one of the reasons I wanted to leave a legacy for my three girls. I got three of them. I wanted to make sure and ensure that, as long as I live on this earth, that I can leave an emotional legacy every generation that comes following my passing. So anyways, that was my personal thing. And also too, I want to help empower the lives of women and girls, period. Because when I saw how it changed my life and it also changed my daughter's lives, I want to also share that with the young women and girls today. So that was my own personal thing. Now, I would like Lori Live to go across the USA. Can you see Lori Live going across the USA?
Yes, so needed.
I would like to have our message sent out there so everybody can understand why it's important to empower the lives of women and girls, period. Number two, I would love and enjoy for Lori Live to go globally. Yes, it'll be challenging, but I would like our message to be out of the country one day to show the women and girls we all have the same need. We have love. We have a lot of things that are similar. We may be in different parts of the world, but we still have those same feelings. Anyways, let's get started. You ready, Cheryl?
I am.
Wonderful. Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about, we actually have a ritual that, we do on the Lori Live show. Every day, this is just my own apparel here. Every day, I do a gratitude list. I do a gratitude list of 10. But I'm going to share 2 types of gratitudes or being a thankfulness that I want to share with you. Number 1, I have the ability to think. Can you see how that could help somebody? You're thankful. She just wrote a book. She wrote a book within a week, and this girl she has the ability to think, and she's giving thanks for that, correct?
I am.
So
it was a month.
Well, to me, it's like a week that she called me, and then a week later, I'm like, you finished the book? That is so cool. Anyways, I just want to let you know that I'm grateful that I have the ability to think. Number 2, I have the ability to breathe. Hello, ding dong. If we don't take a breath of air and we can't breathe, we're not here. We're not here hugging and touching and loving and being of need of whatever, right? So I calm down, Lorraine. I know that you get excited, but I'm thankful that I have the ability to breathe. Correct?
Correct.
Wonderful. Now, the next thing on my list is that I want to talk about, I usually do 5 vibes of love. I do 5 vibes of love because people, places, and events that we have no control over can hurt us, can break our hearts, or do us some kind of negative harm to our bodies, whatever. So anyways, I want to send out a love vibe. So I'm going to share with you what I normally do. I normally do 5 vibes of love, but I'm going to share one with you. My love vibe that I'm sending love out to people with low integrity. Does that make sense?
It does.
Someone that has low integrity has a hard time being honest. So I'm sending love vibes out because that's happened to me recently, where there was a man that I had to make contact with business, his integrity was not all there. But you know what? I send him love. I send him love. I send him love. I want him to feel love because I know it's a natural law with karma, bam, that it's actually going to come back to him. But if I can send him love and soften his heart, maybe something will change with him. We need to trust the process that everything works out. We need to accept whatever comes through our door as if you have been expecting it. Correct?
Correct.
Isn't that incredible though? That's crazy, but it makes a lot of sense. Now, that does not make sense though.
It does. It does.
have you ever tried doing something like that too, like an act of kindness before?
Oh, yes. And in fact, what I try to do is, I'd heard you do this too, with handing out bottles of water when it's really hot.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been
yeah.
doing that.
Somebody watches my show here. Oh my God, thank you.
And when it was so hot, and the
Uh-huh.
pharmacy fellow delivered these medications, and do you want a bottle of water? How about two?
Oh,
How
that's
about some
wonderful.
fruit? Oh,
That's a
thank
good
you,
thing
thank
because
you.
I always do that too.
You always do it.
That's
Oh,
wonderful. Well, you know
see?
what? The act of kindness can actually be free. You can just give a smile out. I was in the cafeteria at this one place that I was meeting a client at, and there was somebody behind me carrying their tray of food, and I offered, I said, "Sir, do you mind if I was to pay your food today?" "Oh, no, 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 ma'am, that's okay." I said, "No, let me pay for your food, and why don't you pay for someone else's food some other time? Because I'm actually doing an act of kindness." That costs a little bit of money, but there's other times where you can actually do something for free. But anyways, he was real happy, but there's a lot of people that do not want to accept a nice little gift or a being act of kindness. And I don't understand that because we're so trained. "Oh no, it's okay, whatever." You know what? In order for you to get things, to give out things, you also need to give back and also, accept items. I think so. So anyways, he actually had a very big smile on his face. I actually think it was really busy and he wasn't like a really friendly kind of a guy, but he actually gave me a smile. That's all I wanted to do because it was an act of kindness. Well, here we are. This is the main topic. Ding, 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 ding. Our topic today is loving a bipolar woman. This is going to be a serious one. I know it sounds like, oh my God, I'm making light of it, but I'm not. I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a psychiatric doctor. I'm not a psychologist. So I just want to bring on Cheryl. I'm going to ask her some questions because there's some women out there who actually do have an issue that we need to get there and get some help for them. And I want her story to be out there with everybody else because it's going to make a lot of sense. So I'm going to get started by talking about what is a bipolar disorder. It's a manic depressive illness. It's a brain disorder that causes unusual shifts in mood, energy, activity levels, and the ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. Does that make sense?
That's right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We actually sat probably like about 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about parts of her life and this, and that. She actually brought to me some really great things to talk about. I want her to tell me or tell us what she actually does have and why and where and who, what, how this, affected her. I want her to talk about being a bipolar woman, correct?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Sorry about that. Uh-huh.
Well, my story, when I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, was only just 23 years ago. So that was at the age of 50. Most of my life, I went through manic stages. Even at the grocery store, the manager would say, no one shops as fast as you do. Things like that.
So those are some of the signs. Can you tell us about the signs that you have when you're maybe like 17 or 18 years old? Because this is when you started to see these signs come up, correct?
Right. That's correct. Well, now, I had my children, and I started to feel extremely depressed, and I thought, am I happy being a mother? I started questioning everything, and I would just go into withdrawal. I would try and take care of my children as best I could, but and I did, but still, it was as though I was half there,
Right.
and so this depression went on for a long time.
How many years?
I would have to say like 3 years.
Three years after your kids were born.
Right.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
correct.
And so did you have some kind of coping mechanism that you?
Oh, well, since I didn't know, excuse me, since I didn't know what was going on, nor did I know to be any different.
Mm-hmm.
My coping mechanisms were poor choices, and that is very common for someone with bipolar disorder. My poor choices were drinking too much wine. That's very common, to drink too much alcohol to kill the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Spending more money than you have. There's areas, if you look at different areas, you'll find that you just go over the boundaries all the time.
So, okay, so let's actually stop right here and let's go through. So after you were hit 17, 18, 19, 20, after you got married, even have any kids, these are when the signs started to come out. So
That's right.
you noticed like an excessive of like a rapid energy, rapid drop of energy, and you also noticed some other things. Did you have panic attacks?
I would have panic attacks frequently. In one instance, I was so upset that I was going to school at the time, and I wasn't going to be able to finish my assignment. Well, that just set me off, and it would with someone with bipolar, way beyond what was necessary, to the point I went into a panic attack. The fire department came, and I wasn't slowing down, and he said, well, we better wrap her up and bind her. And when I heard that, I stopped real quick.
So this is like a common this is like a common thing
Strain. Oh.
that a lot of the bipolar women in their early 20s start to figure out, right? They start to get.
Well, I don't know if they get it or not, you know. If someone doesn't point it out to them, they really need the help of someone saying, hey, you know, what you're doing is way out of line. I mean, you just have to be and push yourself on everyone, and it just is something where you're constantly criticized. It's something you don't know. You think, oh, what's wrong with me?
Right. Well, you know what? There was there was a man that actually did tell her that it's not your fault.
Yeah.
You met with a doctor. I actually wanted you to tell them because, yes, there's an issue here,
Yeah.
but there's always some kind of solution to this issue.
Right.
So she met with the doctor, right? Could you tell about the doctor
course.
that she just loves so much?
First, I'd like to lead up to the point that as my life went on, and I am married to a wonderful man who's always backed me, and I just broke down. I ended up being in a psychiatric ward, and that was for a week. I slept for 3 days straight. I was so exhausted. That week didn't do it. I didn't even want to leave. And this doctor said, well, you want to be home for Father's Day. No, I didn't. But anyway, I had to go. They were kicking me out. Well, a week later, I just pulled right up in front of that hospital. I had the valet park my car, and I went right back into that ward after I was examined by particular personnel. And that was the beginning of my journey. And from then I went on to various accounts and therapy, talk therapy. It's very important. All right, the time comes, and I am finally meeting and have been referred to Dr. Wing Ki Lee. Dr. Wing Ki Lee practices in Alhambra. He saved my life. He gave me medications that frightened the heck out of me in the beginning. He said, no, this is what you need. He's also on the board of neurology, so he knew what he was doing.
That's incredible. And he was the first person, and I'll never forget her telling me, he was the first person that's ever said to her, this is not your fault.
Right.
And after
You were born with this. This isn't your fault.
and that was the most coolest thing for her to feel because she now has confidence walking out of that room. And what else did you feel after he actually told that to you?
Well, I felt tremendous relief because you feel you don't have any sense of worthiness, and worthiness is everything. Worthiness is from a God or whatever higher power. A sense of worthiness is just being told that you're loved.
Isn't that something? There's a lot of issues that women have, including this, that you want to just feel like you're a normal person. And this
That's
is
right.
what this one doctor did for her. And she changed after that, correct?
I did.
And you were how old at the time?
Oh, at that time, now I'm in my late 50s, early 60s. So
Can you believe that? From the time she was in her 20s, after she had her kids, all the way up until that time, she did the best that what she could. That's why it is important for me to do this show, that we need to love a bipolar woman, because it's not really her fault. It's not the fault of what's happening. and everyone tends to blame that person, correct?
That's right.
So I wanted to bring this out because there's a lot of women out there that actually do have this issue that have not really came to terms with it, or they're actively going through it, but you also have a right to be loved, and it's not your fault. So that's why I wanted Cheryl to come on and speak upon this, because when she had told me this story, I was like, wow, this was incredible. Women need to hear this. And also too, you were talking about how, it actually made you feel that this one doctor told you that it's not your fault. Tell me how you felt walking out of that office on the day he told you. And you've been waiting for these words for how many years? 20, 30, 40 years.
And you know what? I didn't even know that I was waiting for them. And when they happened, I just felt like, God, you are with me. I felt as though I could become the woman that God made me to be.
Isn't that a beautiful saying? I actually want you to say that again.
I was made to feel and be the woman that God meant me to be.
And tell me who that woman is today. She, from me being her friend, she's an incredible, loving woman. It is incredible. She's very supportive. She's very positive. But I want to hear it from her mouth who she is today.
Well, today I am a woman who is confident. I feel my sense of worthiness.
Good job, girl. Good girl. Uh-huh.
And this leads to resilience as well. Excuse me. And so I feel that I can reach out to others. There's a sense of peace. I am thankful for my church. I am thankful for my pastor, Dan Pryor. I have a lot of people that I have, and Lori, to be incredibly thankful for, that they've entered into my life. And so I move forward. And this is why you mentioned about writing the book. It surprised me. And so I, did that. And I'm just moving onward, and I hope to have it edited in book format within a year or less.
And what she also told me too one time is that she finally gets to be the woman that God wanted always for her to be. And I thought that was incredible to see. And she wants to be seen as the woman that she is.
That's right.
And I want to take it another step further.
Sure.
And if you don't want to go further, that's okay.
Okay.
I know that it's been hard with your own family having this issue. If you want to tell the other women out there who are going through the same thing.
Do you have some tissue?
Yes, I do. But that's okay. Because this, affects a lot of women, period, because of the fact that this is an issue that touches all the sons and daughters and spouses and family members, correct?
That's right. In my personal relationships with my children, there has been a lot of heartache, and I feel that and rejection, and that for any woman is difficult,
especially from her kids.
Yes, especially from her children, and not my daughter, but Jenny. And by the way, talk about, if I might, Jenny, my own daughter, bless her heart. She has schizophrenia, so here we are, these hereditary factors. But getting into what happens when you're so rejected by those that are so close to you and your children, it is a heartbreak, as you women will know, that most of us cannot withstand. But through my learning about myself and about what I have, and just doing and going and praying and having Dr. Lee in my life, I tell you, it is just a miracle that I'm, being able to go forward. And I pray each day that they'll return to me. They're in my heart every moment, and it's I'm gonna cry.
That's okay. This is what it's for, because women, we are here to empower these women out there, because there's a woman like you in their 20s, there's a woman like you in the 30s, there's a woman like you in your 40s, 50s, whatever age it is, that is actually going through this.
Right.
This is an important thing to talk about, and we always have a post-care with that too as well. I want to actually make sure that I give you the number. This is a number from the National Institute of Mental Health, and the number is area code 866-615-6464. Once again, National Institute of Mental Health, 866-615-6464. Tell me why somebody would call that number.
They would call that number for help. Say, I need help. I need to know a doctor. I need to know to get into talk therapy. I need to get the right medications. Absolutely essential. The brain in someone with bipolar disorder, the physical appearance has somewhat of an abnormality, but it can be handled. You have to keep working at it. You have to be honest. And believe me, I have had people say, a question, you're bipolar? Well, what is a bipolar person supposed to look like? Insane or crazy? No.
But she now can currently feel, walk the walk, talk the talk, and know who she is as a woman.
That's right.
So I want someone out there who is looking for some help to please actually take advantage of calling this number, 866-615-6464. I actually did this because when I heard her story, we just bonded, number one, but two, we're friends. Three, when I heard this story, it actually touched my heart, because she's a mother and I'm a mom, and we love our kids. And I know this actually affects a lot of kids and spouses and family members. But if there's a woman out there like you that is looking for some help, there's always help out there. It took her 40 years to even get some help, 30, 40 years, and she's actually got the help. There was no help for her back in those times, correct?
That's right.
So this is why I'm showing it up, because there's a lot of things that, are not taught to us. We need to go out there and find it. Women, we need to empower each other. This is another way of empowering it. If you know somebody or someone that you love that actually has this issue, please go ahead and feel free to call that number, because you actually can be helping somebody, and you know what? That's going to feel really good, because if you love somebody and care so much about them and you want to help them with their life, this is why she's doing this, because she wants to help someone like that too.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
So anyways, I want to give some shout outs. This is our show, and I want to tell you thank you for
You're
coming
welcome.
on my show.
I'm so happy
and
to be
being
here.
open about it, because this is something that I totally knows that we actually need to get this out there. Anyways, I want to make some shout outs today. I want to make a shout out to Cheryl. She sat on this chair. She's going viral. She's sitting here opening out herself to her, to all of us here. So this is a pure sign of love, of a mother's love, of a wife's love, and a grandmother's love, correct?
Correct.
Great. So this is I just actually want to give a shout out to that, because that took a lot of guts to come on here and do this show. Number two, I want to give a shout out to all the women out there who have bipolar. You have a right to be loved. You also have a right to be cared for. We need to love a bipolar woman. Correct or not correct?
Absolutely correct.
So that's my shout outs for today. I want everybody to go to bed with a smile on their face, wake up with an enormous amount of confidence so you can take on the day. This is Lorraine Carroll. We were on Lori Live with an awesome guest, Cheryl, loving a bipolar woman. May you never be the same. You have a great week, and good night.